Baby, baby, you driving me wild, you driving me so crazy. Got me acting out, got me tryna stay sober. Wanted your love and I'm out here hungover. You made me wanna take you to London, Paris. Times we'll cherish. No comparing to you. Keisha, Karen, Megan, Sharon. Girl, I swear that it ain't fair that all the pretty girls, they got nothing on you. They got nothing on you. Yeah, all the pretty girls, they got nothing on you. They got nothing on you. Girl, you know you cute. 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 Yeah.
You're a pretty girl, stuck in a pretty bad world. Oh, you got the nerve, wearing that skirt up and grabbing your curves. If you ask me, you got that Trip Chocolate Factory. All of these chicks coming at me, but none of these girls compare to you. In Paris, make some times we'll cherish. Baby, there's no comparing to you. Keisha, Karen, don't want Megan, Sharon. Girl, I swear that it ain't fair.
All the pretty girls, they got nothing on you. They got nothing on you.
They got nothing.
All the pretty girls, they got nothing on you. They got nothing on you. Girl, you know
Hey friends, let the truth be told and happy Valentine. Happy Valentine to you all. So you all know it is Valentine's week. So what are your plans? Okay, this is the month of love. So of course we have to talk about what love. Let's get right into this video. And if you don't already know, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, and just keep up with because I let the truth be told. So hit that subscribe button. I'm here to empower you, men and women. I'm here to empower you to change your mindset, educate you, entertain you. So why not? Why don't you just follow? You have it all here. So do women know what it is to be with a man that actually adores them, that actually wants them? Do they? So let me give you some points, share with you some tips for you to know if a man adores you, if a man wants you, or he's just trying to, you know what it is. It's obvious. Men too, I want to hear your opinions. Do women know when they are wanted by a man and the man truly adores them and in love with them? Do women know that? Because men, on the other hand, they know. It's the women who always puzzle, who always confused if they don't, and they don't know if the man truly loves them, or if the man wants them, or if the man committed or serious with them. They don't even know. They just go with the flow. I'm here to encourage you. Listen, if you have a plan, do not get off your plans just to satisfy a man for the time being. If you want a relationship, stick to that. Don't let him tell you, oh, we just gonna be kicking it and see where it goes. Because that's the number one thing they want to tell you, and it's not gonna go anywhere. If that comes out of his mouth, we just gonna be kicking it. We're just gonna be vibing until and see where it goes. Now he's not taking you anywhere. And if you know you want to be taken somewhere, you have a plan, stick to your plan, women. Stick to your plan. Do not get off your track just because you feel like the vibe is good or you just want to continue to just have someone there in the present. Stick to your plan. If your plan is to be exclusive, share that plan. If that's not his plan, be bold enough to just let it go. Let it go. You don't have to stick around. You don't need someone around just temporary. You don't. Because at the end of the day, it starts with you and it ends with you. Because after all, the majority of the men pursue the women. Nowadays, women are pursuing the men. But we don't want to talk about that today because they are some other creatures. Women are pursuing men, proposing to men. I mean, just doing absolutely everything for the men just to keep him around. We are not going to talk about those women. We're not going to talk about that for a different day. Let's talk about the majority. Because after all, men are natural hunters. They pursue the woman. They go after the woman. Let's stick to our plan. Let's stick to our plan. The men pursuing the woman. Because at the end of the day, the foundation that you built with the men from the very beginning will always stand once it is built on a solid foundation. And that solid foundation is the simplest thing ever. It's a simple. It's not rocket science. It's just cleanliness, being who you are, your character. That women, you need to know what it is that you want. Because if you don't know what you want, anything that's being given to you, you're going to accept it. Because you don't know what you want. So you're gonna take it and try to experience it to see, maybe. And then later down the line, find out it's not maybe, it's just a waste of time. So stick to your plan. Stick to your plans and don't settle. I know people be like, oh, it's no such thing. All men are cheaters. All men are this. Listen, when a man truly loves you, you feel it. You know it. It shows. Men can hide their love. Women, on the other hand, they can't. Men, and when a man loves you, you will know it. Men not like women. Women have multiple personality, like not on no crazy psychotic level, but men are more straightforward. Nowadays, they are doing the opposites. They are doing the total opposites. So they're going to tell me I'm old school. And I mean, it is what it is, because right now with this generation, with what they have been taught, what I'm saying is it's not going to get through. If anything, it'll be like, see why she's single. That's the reason why she's single. You're so deep into thinking the opposite, and it has become so normal to the point where when something else is being given, it's a taboo, or it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's not realistic. It is realistic because that's how it's supposed to be. So I'm not talking nonsense. I'm not talking BS. Like, that's what it is. But now this generation, what I'm saying is not going to get through to them. What I'm saying is not going to get through to them. What I'm saying is pretty much, that's why she's single. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to think. Because why? They used to what they're presented. Women are now settling for anything. A woman will settle with a man who have another woman, and she have no problem with that. A woman will know that a man have another woman or even married and have no problem with that and still be interacting, entertaining him. Nowadays, it's just how it is, and you can't get through to them because they're not trying to change. That's what they know. That's all they know now. So, I'm here. to break that cycle. Break that cycle. You heard right. Because that's not something you want to get used to. I don't know. That's not. You don't want that. Imagine Valentine. This is an empowerment platform to change the mindset, because with this generation, what is being taught, what is being practiced, somebody like myself needs to break it and let the truth be told. I'm gonna let the truth be told. And a lot of you, because you are also accustomed to this generation and the system and their standards, that's all you now know, because what you have experienced and that's what you see. So to you, you don't see a change anytime soon. You don't even see a change at all. And I'm here to tell you, no, there's change. There is change. Change is here. Change is you. Change starts from you. Because think about it. Think about it. Do you want your child, like for example, do you want your daughter providing, supporting, crying, needing, doing absolute everything, showing her love, showing her care, giving her time to a man who don't value her, giving her money to a man who tells her, "Oh, I love the fact that you're hardworking," and then turns around and give it to the next woman and be like, I'm supposed to be the man. I'm supposed to take care of you. I got you. Do you want your daughter providing for a man, solely providing for a man, not having no partnership in her life to work along with her and enjoy this journey of life? And let's flip it around. As a boy, do you want your son to just be abusing women, mistreating women, deceiving women, taking money from women, and having no remorse, and just going about lying, and just going about just being deceptive, and having multiple women here and there? Is that what you want for your son? Because it's sickness. Sleeping with other women. Let's not even talk about the spiritual aspect of it. Logically, that is leading to his death. If anything, you're gonna bury your child, and it's supposed to be the other way around. Not even adding the spiritual aspect of him having multiple women, sleeping here, sleeping there, and not being the man that he's supposed to be. And a lot of times people like to blame, point fingers at the generation before them. They say, well, that's all we know. That's what we was taught. That's how we was trained. That's our experiences. That's what we know. But you can't use that throughout your life. You can't use that throughout your life, because at the end of the day, you have to hold your own role. You have to learn things that wasn't even taught to you, because you have to think. What you was taught or what you was given was all they had, what all they know. Was all they know. So at the end of the day, you have to be able to step outside of that and adventure on your own and explore. But it all starts from the foundation. The core foundation is raising up a child with cleanliness, having a good character, being thoughtful, being encouraging, being supportive, taking on responsibilities, moral support, having a spiritual life, knowing there's a God, believing, having faith, worshiping, all of those things. Those are the foundations from the very beginning. And just because you wasn't taught that or wasn't given to you, doesn't mean that you don't know what it is. You can't blame it not being taught to you for why you don't know it or have it or adopt it. It can be used don't even see your value. They're not going to treat you in the way that you deserve to be treated. So you can do whatever you want to do from morning to night. They're going to treat you the way they're treating you. Because why? They don't see your value. They don't value you the way that they need to, that you deserve. And a lot of women make this mistake. You need to go where you are celebrated. You need to be in a relationship where you and the individual are compatible with one another. You can't make things work. You can't make a man. You can't change a man. You cannot build a man. He has to come at who he is, values, those core values that is already installed in him. So you have to be with a man that you are already compatible with. And you'll work alone to understand one another and live this life and go through and explore this journey of life together, figuring it out together. But at first, those core values need to already be established. It already have to be a part of him. Commitment, sincerity, honesty, loving, supportive, understanding. Truly adores you and sees your value where you don't have to do much explaining. You are compatible. Not to say there won't be differences, because obviously it's two humans coming together and making a life. So obviously you're going to have different views of life, but there will be that middle ground where you'll still be able to communicate with one another, for there to be a communication line to flow. So you have to know you are compatible with someone before you even continue this journey together. You cannot force love. No matter what you do or buy for someone, it's not going to make them love you. You can't buy love. A lot of women don't even understand the power that they have. They don't even execute that power. Women, you have a lot more power than you can imagine, than you know. You have to put that power into action. Stick to your plan. Stick to your plans. If your plan is being in an exclusive relationship, demand it. Don't settle to be like, oh, all right, let's just see where this goes. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. Because all those times you wasted trying to see where it goes, the years are passing by. It's going. It's not waiting for you. It's going by. By the time you know it, you in your 50s or 60s still talking about boyfriend or girlfriend and you single. What? I understand those obvious reasons, like your husband passed away, or dramatic events happen, you got a divorce. So that means most of them was side pieces. Let's be realistic. They maintained a man who was in a home, who had a woman, and for them it didn't matter to them, because why? He was supporting them, he was taking care of them financially. Whenever it was convenient for him, they hung out, they chill. So they allowed that, they felt like that's all they deserved. And at the end of the day, they were left with what? Nothing. Such memories. What could have happened? What should have happened? Women, you have to know the power that you have. You have to know, do not allow any man to take you off your track. Stick to your plans. Require it. When a guy wants to pursue you, let him know A, B, C, and D. And that's the plan. And while you're dating and experiencing life, there's a moment that flash and you see that it's not going according to the plan. Be confident enough to walk away. Don't waste years into it thinking it's going to be any different. You are loved. You feel it. It shows. Love is being with a man that truly loves you. He checks up on you not when it's convenient for him. He don't go through his whole entire day, and then at 9 or whenever time he checks up on you and gives you a whole rundown. Oh, I was so busy, and you just accept it. I mean, he will go through half of the day and only checks on you like maybe once or twice, or don't even. There are some women who are okay with that, and those women, we're not going to talk about those women because we need to first build up their self-esteem. We need to make them to understand their self-worth. So before we can do all those things, we're not going to talk about those women who just allow men to just toss and turn them around however way they choose to. We have to work on them. So right now, let's talk about the majority. Do not allow to be flipped and turned around. He spent his all of his days. There are 24 hours in a day, and then later on, when there's convenient time, then he calls you. Then you encourage it. He only wants you for the obvious, and you allow it. Then you allow it. There are a lot of women in relationship who are living a single life. That's not love. You cannot be with a man where you are working like you are single. You are living a life like you're single. Where is the love? Because if anything were to happen to you, you were to drop right now and you can't do anything, he's not going to be like, oh, I remember the time where such and such used to work so hard. So now let me make the sacrifice. It's not going to cross his mind. You're going to be replaced immediately. A man's pride is his woman. Him taking care of his woman, him treating his woman the way she deserves to be treated. Because when that woman steps out, she represents him in all forms. Demeanor, appearance, you name it. So you have to know when a man truly loves you. Those attributes are there. He spends time with you. He encourages you. He supports you. He values major events in your life. It is his priority to make you happy. He himself around you, his sense of humor. He makes you laugh. He talks with you. He listens to you. He appreciates your efforts. Even when he's supposed to get mad, but at the same time, he still takes care of you and still makes you feel that you are loved. He financially provides, supports you. He supports every goals of yours. Not just verbally, socially, but financially. He knows what's important to you, and that's also important to him. He takes it as a priority. He understands you. So when you get in your moves, and because you women, you get in your moves, he knows how to communicate through you. He knows how to handle you. So women, you have to execute the power that you have. Love is not just going about saying you have a man, but yet you are doing 90% of everything. You are solely providing. You're making sure you're doing everything just to have that man love you or keep that man in your life. That is not love. Do not be fooled by the remarks that make, oh, I love a hardworking woman. When you're doing 90% of the work and he's just telling you love a hardworking woman, that's not a compliment. Because he's using your money that you're working for on another woman, and he's spoiling her and telling her, babe, I got you. I'm supposed to do this for you. I got you. I'm going to take care of you. You don't have to worry about nothing. While you busting your butt and making all the turns around, only for him to turn around and give that money to another woman and spoils her. That's not a compliment. You such a hardworking woman. I love how hardworking you are. That's not a compliment. Those are things boys say to you when they're using you. I'm not even gonna say men, boys. Those are statements they make to you when they want to use you. Or I'm not ready for a relationship. I just want to see where this goes. It ain't going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. He's not taking you anywhere. He have no plans for you. He have no plans for you. Oh, I just love your maturity. He loves your maturity because you're able to understand that he have another woman and you're okay with it because he financially supporting you, and when intimacy is there, so you feel like it's acceptable. Women, we have to do better. We have to do better. You have to know your worth. Build up your self-confidence. Do not be afraid to walk away from anything that does not do not be afraid to walk away from a relationship that is not serving you, that you are not appreciated, that you are not loved, that you are not valued in. Don't be afraid to walk away. Walk away with confidence. Walk with your pride and your dignity, because you have power, more power than you believe.